Good morning, students. Today we will again start from Act 1, Scene 2 only. The previous day we have learned up to line number 225. So today we will start from 226. Okay, since I did not get any kind of query, so I think that you all are getting the things clearly. So let us make you remember the scene where the exact part of the scene where we ended the last day. That was Prospero was asking about the other members of the ship to Ariel, that what has happened to them, and that only. So and Caliban was providing him answers. Okay, so let us start from Ariel's speech. When Prospero asked him about the other members of the ship, he answered, "Safely in harbor is the king's ship. The king's ship is safe in the harbor. In the deep nook where once thou calledst me up at midnight to fetch dew from the still vexed Bermudas, there she is hid." So the king's ship is in the deep nook, means a deep recess in a corner of the island, where you called me once at midnight to bring dew from the still vexed Bermudas. Bermudas is the part. It's a group of islands in Atlantis, and this particular place is much troubled by storm. So in such from such place, once you told me to fetch some dew, and I did that, and you called me in the midnight, and on that corner of the island only the king's ship is hidden. The mariners all on the hatches stowed, and all the mariners are in some small cabins or small, and that is having door also enclosed, who with a charm joined to their suffered labor. And as they all have suffered a lot, they all were trying their level best to fight against the storm. So they all are in a drowsiness, so they all are sleeping. I have left asleep. Along with that, I have created such charm that they all will feel sleepy. So they all are sleepy. And for the rest of the fleet which I dispersed, they all have met again. And others of the other members, they, as you told that I had made them scattered all over the island, and now all of them have they all have met again, and are upon the Mediterranean float, and they are on the Mediterranean Sea and bound sadly home for Naples, and they are returning back to Naples in a sad way. They are sailing back to Naples. Supposing that they saw the king's ship wrecked and his great person perish, and they are in such a mental condition as if they have witnessed the king's ship to be in such condition, and the king is dead. That also they all have witnessed. They are having such a mental condition, and they are sailing back to Naples. Prospero says, "Ariel, thy charge exactly is performed, but there is more work. What is the time of the day?" Ariel, you have done the work quite excellently, and now some more works are there to be done, and he asks about the time of the day. Ariel says, "Past the mid season, it's past the midday." Prospero says, "At least 2 glasses. I think it's after 2 hours of the midday, even after that. The time twixt 6 and now must be us both be spent most preciously. Since the time is in between 2 to 6 in the evening, so this is the most precious time we both of us should use in a very carefully. We need to use this particular time carefully." Ariel says, "Is there more toil? Is there some more tasks for me? Since thou dost give me pains," here pains means you ask me to perform some hard work, hard task. Let me remember thee what thou hast promised. Since I serve you and you ask me to do some hard work, some challenging work, so let me remind you one thing, sir, which is not yet performed me, and you have not even that task is not performed yet. So I want to remind you that. Prospero says, how now, Moody? Means what is that? Okay, are you grumbling? Moody means are you grumbling, saying something within yourself? What is it thou canst demand? What is the thing that you are demanding right now? Ariel says, my liberty, my freedom. Okay, that means Ariel is, as I told you, that Prospero has Ariel as well as Caliban with him, and Ariel is a positive. It means he never abuses, he never says some bad languages to his master, whereas Caliban is a completely different character. The reason also maybe we will understand along with the progress of the drama. So Prospero, Ariel is obviously under Prospero and he now wants his freedom. Prospero says, before the time be out, no more. Are you asking your freedom before the time period to be, means before the term is ended, means before the ending time you cannot ask so. Do not ask it again. Ariel says, I pray thee, remember I have done thee worthy service, told thee no lies, made no mistakings, served without a grudge or grumbling. Thou didst promise to bake me a full year. Sir, I pray you please remember that I have provided worthy service to you. I have never told lies and I have not done a single mistake as well. And without complaining, without grumbling, I have served you. And for this this behavior only, once you promise to reduce 1 year from my the term period, you have promised to reduce 1 year. Prospero says, dost thou forget from what atonement I did free thee? Have you forgotten from where I have saved you, the atonement you were in, from that situation I have saved you? Have you forgotten that? Ariel says, no. Prospero says, thou dost. Yes, you do. And thinks it much to treat the ooze of the salt deep, to run upon the sharp wind of the north, to do me business in the veins of the earth when it is backed with post. And yes, you have already, yes, it seems that you have forgotten, and you think that as you can indulge deep into the sea, or you can run over the north wind, or you can go to the underground stream when it is quite difficult, in the underground storm is not in a situation to penetrate, then also you can do these things. That means you are going to remind me that you need freedom. That means you have forgotten from where I have set you free. That we will learn soon. Now Ariel says, I do not, sir. Prospero says, thou liest, malignant thing. Malignant means malicious, evil-minded. You are an evil-minded creature. Hast thou forgot the foul witch Sycorax? Have you forgotten the white witch Sycorax, who with age and envy was thrown into a hoop, and who was bent due to her evil act as well as her old age? She was so she was like an evil creature. So whatever she did, for her deed only, deed as well as her age, she bent. She was bent. Hast thou forgot her? Have you forgotten her? Ariel says, no, sir. Prospero says, thou hast. Yes, you have forgotten her. Where was she born? Speak, tell me. That means Sycorax. So she is from, where is she from? Ariel says, sir, in Algiers. Prospero says, oh, was she so? I must once in a month recount what thou hast been. Do you really remember? I feel to make you remember once in a month about her, and what you have already forgotten. This demand, this damned witch Sycorax for mischiefs manifold and sorcery is terrible to enter human hearing. So in Algiers, this evil creature, this white witch Sycorax, she practiced some black art, and her act, that black art or black magic, it was so terrible that it was even poisonous to enter into human ear. I mean, she was too evil to say in her act, and she was, thou knowest, was banished, and for that that evil work only she was banished from Algiers. For one thing she did, they would not take her life. Is not this true? They were about to kill her, but she was not hanged, or she was not sentenced to death, because she was having one thing she did. That means she was pregnant. She was carrying a child within her. That's why Sycorax was not killed by the natives, by the people of Algiers, and she was set free, and she was rather banished to this island where Prospero and Miranda are present now. Ariel says, oh sorry, yes, I do remember. Prospero says, the blue-eyed hag was hither brought with child. Okay, that one thing she did is she was carrying a child within her. So this is again the blue-eyed hag. That hag is addressed to Sycorax only, which, and she was having blue eyes, so it's blue eyed, was either brought with a child, and here was left by the sailors. She was banished, she was left on this island by the sailors. Thou, my slave, as thou reportest thyself, and you, as you report, or you, as you represent yourself to me now that you are my servant, was then her servant. Actually, you were her servant. And for thou wast a spirit too delicate to act her earthy and avoid comments. And as you were a delicate spirit, you could not, you did not agree to perform her, avoid her hateful and her sordid comments. You refused to act according to her comments. Now, refusing her grand hastes, you refused her commands as well. She did confine thee. As you refused to obey to her commands, she confined you by help of her more potent ministers, and she was having some other stuff as well to act for her. So with the help of those they were more powerful than you. So with the help of them, she confined you into a cloven pine, and in her most unmitigatable rage. Unmitigatable rage means relentless rage. She was quite violent in her anger. So due to that, she confined you into a cloven pine, into the trunk, into the bark of a pine tree, within which rift imprisoned thou didst painfully remain a dozen years. And she confined you within that bark for 12 years. Okay. Which space she died and left thee there. And in between, and in that, within those 12 years, she herself died, and you remained confined. Okay, means before she said she would have set you free from that punishment, she herself died, and you were confined within that pine, where thou didst paint thy crones as fast as mill will strike. And you used to shout in pain, and your shouting was as fast as mill will strike. Mill will, the wheel strikes and water comes out of it. So your groaning, your cry, your pain, out of pain, your cry, your shouting was like that. Then was this island, save for the sun that she did litter here. And on this island no one was there except the son she was having with her. Means except Caliban, no one was present. So no one was there to save Ariel from that imprisonment. And Caliban is addressed here as a freckled whelp, means with freckled whelp means whelp is young dog, and freckled means having some brown spot on the body, not hag born and born out of an old ugly witch, not honored with a human shape, who was not having, Caliban was not having even a human shape. So he was having spot on his body, he was having a look like a dog, and he was a son of an old ugly witch. He means her spot is, means the spot in Caliban's body is mentioned here as well, like dog. Okay, like dog, the brown spot on the body, it can there is there in on Caliban's appearance body. Ariel says, yes, Caliban, her son, and that son is Caliban, who was the only person on this island when Sycorax died and Ariel was confined in the cloven pine. Prospero says, a dull thing, you are a stupid creature, I say so, he, that Caliban, whom now I keep in service. And you are also, and he is also the same, whom now I keep as my servant, that Caliban. Thou best knowest what torment I did find thee in. You know better than me that the situation from where I have rescued you. So the torment is very much known to you. Thy groans did make wolves howl, and your the groans, your shouting in pain, that used to even make the wolves even to get melt their heart. Their heart used to melt even of the wolves, and penetrate the breasts of ever angry bears. And even the angry bears, they used to feel sympathetic towards you. It was a torment to lay upon the damned which Sycorax could not again undo. And the torment and the pain was like that even Sycorax could have not rescued you from that. It was not even to be done or to abolish. It was even impossible for Sycorax. It was mine art when I arrived and heard thee that made keep the pine and let thee out. And it was due to my art or my ability that I made you. I set you free. I opened that pine tree and set you free. Ariel thanks for that. I thank thee, master. Prospero says, if thou more murmurest, I will rend an oak and peg thee in his knotty entrails till thou hast hauled away 12 winters. Now, if you again keep on complaining, if you keep on grumbling, I will split open an oak tree and I will confine you there for another 12 years. Ariel says, pardon, master, I will be correspondent to command and do my spreading gently. So I beg your pardon. So now onwards, whatever you will be asking for, I will be definitely following. I will be definitely following your commands. Prospero says, do so, and after 2 days I will discharge thee. If you do so, after 2 days I will set you free. Ariel says, that's my noble master. What shall I do? Say what shall I do? So he became impatient. Now he is eager to, now we can understand the way he is much eager to, all of us want freedom. So Ariel is also no exception. Prospero says, go, make thyself like a nymph of the sea. Sea nymph, it's a sea, water spirit. So you form yourself or make yourself like a sea nymph. Okay. Like water spirit. Be subject to no sight but thine and mine, and you be invisible to all except your own self, and to me you be invisible to every eyeball else. No one can, so that no one can see you. Go take this ship and hither come into, go hence with diligence, and come back when you get the ship, then you come back to me. Then exits Ariel And to Miranda, Prospero says, awake, dear heart, awake, thou hast slept well. Awake. Get up, you wake up because it's time, you need to wake up. Miranda says, the strangeness of your story put heaviness in me. Your story was so strange that I felt asleep. Prospero says, shake it off. Come on, we will visit Caliban, my slave who never yells us kind answer. Now Caliban will be introduced. So, so far we have come to know that Caliban is the son of the witch Sycorax. Sycorax was the first person to reach on the island where Prospero and Miranda are there. That means she owned that island, and Caliban was her son. And Sycorax was having a servant who was confined within cloven pine, and that one is Ariel. But Ariel now, as Prospero saved Ariel, so Ariel serves Prospero now. Okay. Now Prospero himself says that you just wake up because we are going to visit Caliban, who is my slave and who never speaks nicely with us. Okay. He never yells us kind answer. He is always rough in his words. Prospero says, but as Miranda says, it's a villain, sir. I do not love to look on. I don't like him. He is a very bad person. I don't want to meet him. Prospero says, but as we cannot miss him. Since our condition is like that, we need him. We need his service rather. He does make our fire, fetch in our wood, and serves in offices that profit us. So he does the household work for us. He brings wood, he sets fire for us. What who sleep Caliban, thou art, thou speak. See here, Prospero addresses Caliban as thou art. Means Caliban is the symbol of nature, that we will soon learn. So Caliban, Prospero himself, who has used as introduction, we will find that in line number 280 onwards, 281 onwards, we will find the words he uses for Caliban. So here he again addresses Caliban as earth. Okay, so he is symbol of nature. These things will be required for question answer part. If you note it down, it will be better for you. So now he asks him that asks Caliban to speak out. Caliban within himself, he says, there is wood enough within. I have fetched enough wood. Prospero says, come forth, I say, there's other business for thee. Come, thou tortoise, when? Again, see, Prospero is quite impatient towards Caliban. Okay, and he addresses Caliban as a slow, as an animal who moves slowly like tortoise, and he asks him to come forward fast and enters Ariel like a water nymph. So Ariel is also in a disguise like water nymph, spirit of water. So he is addressed as earth. He is having the disguise of water nymph or water spirit, and he is not even honored with the shape of human. His body is like an animal, and all these things somehow gives us hint that Caliban is a symbol of nature. Now then enters Ariel. Fine apparitions means lovely vision. My quaint Ariel, my deity Ariel or exquisite Ariel, hark in thine ear. I need to say you something in your ear. You listen to it, and then he whispers something in his ear. Ariel says, my lord, it shall be done. Whatever you are asking me to do, it will be done, sir. Prospero says, thou poisonous sleep, got by the devil himself up, and he exits. Ariel exits, and Prospero says, thou poisonous sleep, got by the devil himself. Got means begotten. Okay. Upon thy wicked dam come forth. Again he calls him back and he addresses you malignant. You are begotten of some devils. So you come forth. You come in front of me. maybe he is going to comment him something more. So what he is going to say, that we will learn on the next day. I hope so far we have learned, you all have understood. Okay, if you do not, let me know through your mails, and keep on following all the study materials and keep on doing